Firenze, founded by Julius Caesar in 59 BC. Florentia, as it was called by the Romans, quickly became a centre of commerce. After the sacking of Rome in the 5th century, the Ostrogoths took over under their rule. The city was constantly under attack from the Byzantines, who sent the population level below 1,000. The Lombards came to power in the 6th century, ending the Byzantine assaults. Florence grew to a population of 80,000 in the 14th century, of which 25,000 were working in the wool industry. In 1378, a major revolt of the lower class led to the wool combers rising up and seizing the government of the city. This is one where I went off on a tangent. I remember this because I live in Manchester. There are a lot of people in textiles in this city. A lot of people, even now. Not as many as there used to be, but there is a hell of a lot of it. Very industrial city, this, but we have quite a mix. It used to be split into different sections. Like there'd be textiles here, it'd be like mining stuff. Well, not so much mining. We didn't get much of that, but they're like that kind of thing. We built, Jesus Christ, we built a series of canals that came inland like 40 miles to make sure that we could compete with places like Liverpool that are directly on the sea. Anyway, just age revolt to the progressives. Radical democracy lasted for less than 2 months before the upper class seized control once more, but the revolt so terrified the rich that a century later it was still discussed in hushed tones, much as the 1960s hippie movement is today. Oh, Sean. The Albizzi family became the de facto rulers after the revolt. Worried about the rise of the Medici family, who were newly rich bankers rapidly gaining influence in Florence, Maso and Rinaldo Albizzi imprisoned Cosimo de' Medici and exiled him in 1433. But Cosimo gained influence behind the scenes and rose to power in 1434, exiling the entire Albizzi family except for Luca, who had been loyal to Cosimo. Luca Albizzi joined the Signoria, the ruling body of Florence, as Gonfaloniere, succeeding Cosimo's old friend Ilaro Auditore in 1442. Under the Medici family, which built impressive public buildings and supported such luminaries as Michelangelo, Leonardo and Botticelli, the Renaissance began with Florence securely at its centre in the late 1400s. The Medici featured quite prominently in Assassin's Creed 2. Yeah, I couldn't remember whether this was one of those where you had to avoid being seen by her. It is, so I almost give it away because she turns around here and I'm like, is it here? Okay, it's not here then. Must be just around this corner. She turns around, there it is, yeah, it's right there. And I'm like, oh, that bitch. The way she reacts kind of breaks the game because she'll be like, no, you do like then, it can't be him, and then she just casually wanders off. She doesn't get concerned about it at all. Like, really? Really? Okay, anyway, yeah, this is the best way to deal with the situation, Ballsackzio. Just follow the girl around like a lost puppy. That's not creepy. No, that's really endearing and charming. Of course it is. No, that's not at all one of the most disgusting things you can possibly do. Now, I'm not one of the bleeding heart liberal types, the so-called progressives who think that men should be completely subservient and should all die, and there's one saying that men should all give money to women before they have a conversation with them, and then if the woman thinks they're wasting their time, they don't get the deposit back. I'm like, seriously? But stalking somebody, male or female, is just not on. That is not right. The amount of anxiety and stress that leads people, knowing that they're being followed, knowing that there's somebody there watching them all the time, it's just not right. Cristina Vespucci, date of birth 1459, profession student noble. Cristina Vespucci was a well-known Florentine beauty and a favourite of painters, most notably Botticelli, who used her as a model for several of his paintings. Records kept by her father's guards indicate Ezio visited her frequently in his youth and that he was unbelievably dexterous, as the guards were never able to catch him trespassing. In addition to her looks, Cristina also seems to have been somewhat responsible for jump-starting the career of her cousin, the namesake of a rather famous landmass. At a dinner party attended by Cristina and among other illustrious guests Lorenzo de' Medici, she was reputed to have been in conversation with Lorenzo and Manfredo Soderini about her cousin's brilliance as a sailor. Well, apparently she exaggerated his importance slightly to impress Lorenzo, and Lorenzo, charmed by her beauty, agreed to hire him. Try Amerigo out. I bet after several years you'll name your shipping company after him, she is reported to have joked. Biggest understatement of the century. I don't think that one's accurate though, because for a long time people look, I remember hearing something about this in history class, people were aware of a continent, or aware of land beyond the horizon. They knew it was there. I'm not sure exactly what they were looking at. They called it the Americas, which meant like the unknown, the new, the undiscovered, or something like that.
Wait, get back here!
That's where America gets its name from. I'm not an historian though, so I don't know for certain, so I could well be wrong about that, and it could very well have been named after Christina Vespucci's cousin, but I don't think that's true. I think this is, yeah, there he is, it's Vieri, isn't it? Vieri de Pazzi. Now, as bad
I told you I'm not interested.
Ezio is,
See.
this guy's worse.
But I am.
Get in line.
I think not, amore mio. I've decided I'm tired of waiting for you to open your legs on your own.
It's not gonna happen, dude. And yeah,
Cane rognoso.
I'm
What do you want here? This has nothing to
fairly
do with you.
permissive when it
Nice
comes
to
to
see you
people's
too,
religious
Vieri.
beliefs. If you have religious
I
beliefs,
think you're
and
disturbing this
you're
young lady's
fervent
day.
about them and you're devout, I'm fine with that. But that doesn't mean I'm just going to leave you be and not point out the most disgusting aspects of it, like Christianity, where if a woman is raped,
Shut
the
your
only way she
mouth.
can
I'll
avoid
kill you.
the only way she can avoid going to hell is to marry her rapist. It's her fault she got raped. Choke on a
Hey,
bag
for
of fucking
interfering.
dicks for that shit.
Your whole family.
Eat your own
will.
ass. So, I know people who are Christians. I have some people that I consider very good friends
you.
that are quite
That
devout
was very
Christians.
kind of you.
But
And
that
you're right.
I will not accept.
I am
They
now.
don't support that though.
You asked for my
A
name
lot of
earlier.
religious people at least have the sense to take
Cristina.
the concept,
Piacere, Cristina.
not the particulars.
I'm Ezio.
Which I think is
Well,
kind of,
Ezio.
what's the point?
Looks like you got yourself a second
May
chance.
as well just go with your own thing, but whatever. She handles the fact that she was almost raped really well. And where the fuck did she go? No, seriously, she was going to that door that Vieri was hanging out at. And now, where did she go? She just walked into the stairs. Anyone? Seriously, look, she's gone. That was the door there she was going to. What? Magic women's. Maybe that's why she didn't care about being raped. She's actually a ghost, and she can't be violated in any way. Maybe? Yeah.
Notice to all Spanish mercenaries and adventurers within the precincts of Roma. La Guardia will not tolerate any more the types of abuse.
Whatever, bitch. I have shit sniffs. Database stuff to read. What am I doing? I'm sure I was going to the database because I wanted to read the bit about Vieri. It's Vieri, right? Oh, there we go. Yeah. Vieri de Pazzi, date of birth 1454, profession noble. Vieri de Pazzi was more than a bully, he was dangerous. By the age of 15, he was already a trained killer, working with his father Francesco to take over Florence. Fortunately, he died by Ballsackzio's hand in 1478 in Assassin's Creed 2. And you kill him in Folly, I think it was. Caterina Sforza's home. On the balustrades, when you help him take it back. And just like
Quite a few different accessories too.
a ball sack right to the end, just like Ballsack is. Going on and says that you bitch and I hate you and you're big doo-doo head. You know what I'm talking about, bitch? I was looking for a bank. I haven't been to the bank for a while, have I? There's a bank. Did I decide to go and take out that Borgia Tower now? I did. Because I'm totally gonna just focus on getting on the main story and stuff. The Borgia Tower's underrated, I suppose. They do unlock extra. Actually, they do bugger all. Now that I think about it. Apart from letting you buy shops so that you can get more stuffs, they do next to nothing. Something to do though, I suppose. Apart from those couple that are part of her story anyway. Yes, go distract those bitches.
Your magic.
I remember them sending two at a time. That must have been Ice Cream 2 where they did only two at a time. You sent two of the prostitutes to distract some people and two more to distract some more people. This time it's just all four. They're like, hey peoples, vaginas over here. I love how they just like, yes, we don't care about people's dying because we are peoples. that have been murdered to you. Yeah, this one's difficulty 3, so I'm not making you run away. San Andrea della Valle. This is the future site of the fabled Basilica di San Andrea della Valle. Although construction won't start for another 80 years or so. The land was to be bequeathed to the Duchess of Amalfi, who herself was a descendant of Pope Pius II. She was then charged by the Order of Theatine with the responsibility of erecting a church in honour of St. Andrew. Although she did not live to see it completed in 1650, the final product was something to behold, celebrated the world over for its stunning interior. Valle? V-A-L-L-E. Valle? Not very good with Italian. I'm not very good with most languages other than English, and I wouldn't say I'm excellent at English. Although I have noticed, I've signed up for Grammarly and I keep getting emails about that saying I use more. Last week I used more unique words than like 80% of the Grammarly users. Seriously? More than 95% of Grammarly users. Isn't Grammarly supposed to be really popular with like university students, professionals who do this stuff for a living? And I'm using more unique words than they are? Really? That does not bode well! Anyway, I'm trying to get this guy with a counter, but he keeps doing that when I'm trying to counter, so I thought, in that case, I'll try getting that guy, then that guy. Injured them, and then injured him a bit more. I think I just end up getting a combo kill instead. Not combo as in one kill after another, as in I attack a few times.
Picking a fight with the Borgia was not smart.
I remember being able to weaken them a little bit to make people vulnerable to things like this, but it doesn't seem to be happening in this. So, maybe that was an architecture. Oh, there's a thief or something there. It's just running through the middle. Thanks, dude. Help me out. Yeah, it's a thief.
You must have a death wish showing your face in a Borgia Rione.
Sure. You say so, dude.
Picking a fight with the
Really dangerous yesterday. We had a bit of a shaky start. I was playing with a friend who came to meet me at the planet trying to show me where my ship was because I was a bit turned around. And a drone local station crashed in. Murdered the shit out of him, just fucking annihilated his ship, cost me like 1.5 million credits. So he rage quit, understandably. And I went and was still trying to get back into my ship. Well, okay, I've settled back down now. Came back up and did operations. We actually had a lot of fun with it. Played 4 hours. Yeah, it's pretty much exactly what I expected and exactly what I wanted. And I knew that was going to happen. And I knew I should have bought it sooner. But I have it now. I bought the in Steam sale. I got the thing with the Horizons expansion, which lets you land on planets and fly around. Thing that lets me change the colour of my default ship to sideways so I can make it pink. And I also got one that lets me change the colour of my whole ship, so that's what my little robot thing, so that's pink. It cost me £4. £4 well spent, if you ask me. I was having problems getting it to register though, getting it to show up, and I realised, I checked today, I checked the CD keys, I got a whole bunch of different ones, and I actually scrolled down a little bit and realised there was one more at the bottom there. Yeah. Redeemed it now, so I should have that. It's just I wanted to get this done first. So I'll go, once I finish catching up with the missing commentary. What's that shadow? Once I finish catching up with the missing commentary from here, I think I'm going to go log into a league and change the colour of my SRB. I think it's the SRB? Whatever it is, that little thing that you drive around with. I don't like the driving. The car is way too floaty, although it is possible that could just have been on the planet I was on because it did have fairly low gravity, but it just seems to spin out everywhere. I was trying to turn, I was just tapping it a little bit and the car was doing a full 180. I'm trying to turn like half a degree. Oh, game. I was really enjoying it though, so. And here's the thing. How come I have to be on the edge there to synchronise? Why can't I do it from inside or on the roof? Where I get an even better view. I have to be on that weird little balcony thing there. Because of course I do. And I almost murdered myself. Because that's clever. And I still want to know, how the fuck is it blowing up down there when he hasn't even thrown the torch in yet. And when he does throw the torch in, he throws it in the top. Anyone? No? Okay, fair enough. And that dude just casually wandering around whilst the building's blowing up. Is that? Whatever, bitches. I'm just a bitches. And you are not a bitches. I am a bitches. Who's that? Almost caught up now. Just a couple more minutes to go. Take about 8 minutes to go. A couple. Yes, the bank. Go by the bank. Needed the monies from the bank. Banco di Mayo. Not Cinco de Mayo, Banco di Mayo. That's exactly how it went, right? Terracotta pot. Ah, we need more of them for one of the quests to get a sword from one of the shops near the hideout. Sword that I'm never going to use, I just want to get it because, you know. Which sword is it that I need the Impaler coins for? Where do I get that one from? Because it's a big ass coin, you see. Sword. That's big like claymore. I think it might actually be a claymore. Whatever it is, I remember the last time I played this, which was about 5 years ago now. I went out of my way to get it, and now I'm wondering what that is again. It's the DLC that was... I really don't like that term, I just use it because people know it. It's the expansion that was originally PlayStation only. It was added as a free update for this. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what I want to do now. Pretty much. Romulus treasure? What's that, bitches? And there's a Romulus hideout, or lair of Romulus, whatever you want to call it. Fart merchant. Yes, another fart merchant. And there's the home. I think I was trying to fast travel. Was I trying to fast travel? Something like that. I decided to go to that viewpoint anyway, just because it's on the way down to the mission for what's his face. The Ballsackzio. Final faction. Thieves faction. Thieves! Thiefy thieves. What the hell am I looking over there for? No, seriously, what? Oh, I was thinking of buying the weapon store. Right. Was I? Yeah. I was thinking of going to that weapon store so that I could buy the health, and I was like, no, I'll do it on that health instead, because I think they're cheaper there. I still haven't got to check that, actually. I don't know whether they are or not. It would make sense, there's some logic to it, but they were in Assassin's Creed 2. That's a faction. Yeah, they were in Ice Cream 2. You bought them from Montevideo. They were cheaper than you bought them like Farley, for example. So I tended to go back there to get my arms and armour. The dye of the clothing, I didn't bother so much with because they were different ones in different areas. Like there are in this, but I'd forgotten about that until I did it. Just want to get down to Volpe's place. I noticed that you can get the wetland and the wetland ember or ebony. Yeah, it's wetland ebony and wetland ivory, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, I think I mentioned this again later, but at this point I remember there being one of the rather difficult missions here. You have to, that bit where I came in, you have to follow a dude all the way up there who's being distracted by a prostitute who's carrying this box, and he leads you to the dude that you have to kill, and then the dude's like in this big party in the middle, and you have to try and like assassinate him without being seen. I don't know if you have to do it without being seen for 100% sync, or whether it's just you have to do it without being seen. And he's down there, there are fucking millions of people, and it's a pain in the ass to get him. From what I remember doing was actually jumping off the edge onto the wall, just sort of waiting there, using that to sneak around to a position where I could blend with the crowd, and then getting him from there, and then just jumping over the edge again to get away.